Well, hello again, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the Cardboard Crawlers Outdoor Amphitheater, and I hope all of you crawlers are joining us today for a FMS sponsored starting line on a 10 gate course here in October. Out here running that Mass Designs XL carbon chassis on a Fury Tech system with a WT Micros cab only FJ. We've got scramblers with pine trees from CCXRC in there. Injora oil shocks, Maz links, Maz axles. And should have used a winch. Touch that gate. Even though I don't want to think I did, I'm pretty sure I did. So, I don't know, in that comp up there at the Gauntlet in the 24 scale, or let's say on a Thursday at Reaction, if we roll over like this, boom, like that, but then self-recover, what points are we talking about? I'll be honest, I reached over and I tucked my battery back in. I realized that would be maybe 5 points for touching your truck. And that's just me not having a finished truck on a comp course. It needs to be Velcroed in place, and that wouldn't have happened. So I'm just curious what a self-recovery rollover, if that counts as any points or no points. I don't remember. I wasn't really paying attention. I was doing so poorly at the Gauntlet that I wasn't really paying attention to how they were scoring. I just knew I was not scoring well. So, and I think this truck is possibly too far overdriven, but for a comp rig, it actually really helps coming around turns. And I thought that I was outside and I lost one of my wheel covers, but that might have been inside. Late last night, I was running, I lipoed out a small battery in this thing on my indoor course, just janking around, having a good time, finding some extreme lines. So it's either down in the nooks and crannies on the floor, or I might find it here. I looked through the comp course real closely and did not find it. So I have a feeling, once I was in editing, I was looking and I'm like, I don't know if I even started with one. Left front wheel nut. So it's just like the cover got wrenched off in some rocks last night. My indoor course is pretty good. So I had thought, so I was doing pretty good. I have one gate and I think a backup or something. And then right now I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go out here and circle around and get my diff hung up on this thing and just don't want to fight it much more than this. So I take a backup, and we're going to say one backup counts for all, and then you're backup free for the rest of the course. But we're of course trying to run as few backups as possible, just because that really just keeps your mindset in that way. Like, coming from just playing like follow the leader and all that crank, good times and fun, you don't think about just, oh, I'm back, your finger, it goes backwards, right? Like, duh. So I haven't really been playing that way, and I was through this gate, 7-inch gates. They're all equidistant. That's basic gate to basic gate. And then we're going to go out and do a turnaround right here. Pink. Nice and easy breezy. And come back in so we get lined up for the gate. I had intended that you might be able to go straight over this rock and hang down to the left to where the truck is now, but it didn't work out. Obviously, you saw me. I slid off. And that's about like preemptive striking with a winch and thinking about going up and over. But I would have used winch points where right there I just used a turnaround and it was no big deal. Although, because of what happened, I like slid down right here or something, or overthought the gate and just wasn't thinking about the right hand side. I put myself in a position where I needed the winch anyway. Although I was out here on this course wanting to highlight some things like this. Like just being able to move your chassis over just a C hair enough to make it through that gate. And so this is why I want some vertical upright gates. Anybody out there listening, Jem's Hobbies, or oh man, it's the guy from YouTube, the guy who has the trailer, you know, like hit me up. I need to put my email on my YouTube page or whatever. Like, it's the only way to get a hold of me. If you guys know Dirk, Psycho 13 Garage, tell him Dutter sent you. He has my information. You can get my telephone number from him. And then you can link up with me. Sievert Customs, Travis out there. It's a good way. We need to just have a Dirk link my phone number to you so you can call me. Because I'm sure you guys have Instagram and all that, and I just don't. So I'm not there. I'm just not hip, dude. I'm not hip. As you can see, I have a dirty old station wagon sitting in my yard. I'm not hip. But I got this cool little crawler course, and I'm just trying new lines and different things, and this is a fun one. I had found this the other evening just fooling around, and I was like, oh, my truck got all turned sideways, and I ended up in here, and I was like, okay, we'll drive through it. And I think a short wheelbase flips over right here. Long wheelbase is the only thing that gets me through here, and a little bit of shaky. So come down in, and then cross over, and yeah, burp, and then gate 8. And you saw that the gate moved, but I did not hit that with my tire, and then I just stayed in my line, and I hooked the winch, and as soon as I hooked in, I was like, that's not the right spot. And I was like, okay, well, yeah, you just, learned a lesson there. Like, really think about what you need, not what you're trying to think you want to do. Like, really, what do you need? And I needed this. Could have gone hooked from the top of it, but either way, that just fell into place. And bang, bang, pulls it over and down. Just kind of hooked up there. I mean, look at the rock. Yeah, duh. So, still having fun. Like I said, vertical gates with foam on them because it's super sensitive to the touch. Like, it's just a bare wire. I think it's just too small. I like that. Whatever 5mm piece of foam around it, or whatever it is. I don't know the dimensions. They're really nice though. I definitely want to get a lot of them. I'll just put cardboard crawler stamp on them and sell them on my website that I don't have yet. Who wants gates? Who would buy gates? Competition gates. Anyway, yeah. So working through this is a pretty cool area to have the gate, because normally you have to go downhill away from this, and then I end up making it and back up. But you're right, we get one backup. So was I through that gate? Did that count as the last backup? Because I had already used my backup in that section. So since my rear wheels weren't through, does that even count? I don't think it counts. I think it still counts as the not completed gate, no backup point, and then make it through. But then here I jank around, and my battery comes out. So I reach down and tuck it in 5 points, right? And then down into the dirt. And this is gate 10, an unfinished part of the course here. And I'm not sure what happened. Actually, my truck, something fails right here. And it fails in a way where this truck will run upside down and the wheel's going backwards. But if you run it trying to go forward, something ain't right. So got a broken worm drive, a gear off of that or something, and I could be a gear in the portals. And yeah, so I don't really know what it is. So anyhow, broke down. She's on the bench now. We'll figure it out. Something's locked up. Appreciate you guys. Subscribe, like, share. Cardboard Crawlers out.